Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. It is time now to review headlines of today's newspapers. Beginning with, so let's begin with of course, This Day newspaper, where that's, of course, newspaper of record. That's exactly what we're beginning with. And the major story on This Day newspapers today, Wike to Atiku and others, your coalition died on the day of birth. Defends the 30 billion naira spent to renovate the International Conference Center. Of course, we spoke about this extensively during our look on top stories this week around the world as to whether or not, it looked like, what the investment was. And of course, the naming of that building as well. We know that entire commissioning, there were so many different parts to it, from Wike's speech, and he definitely spoke about that coalition as well. We also saw on the paper as well, of course, Steve, you were at this event yesterday.
You didn't mention that Wike defended the 39. That's the rider there.
No, that's what she said. That
that she defended
yes, he
it.
did.
Oh, okay.
He did.
But what we didn't talk to is saying dead on arrival, essentially. Coalition died on the day of birth. It doesn't, where it seems that no matter how hard we try, we're just fully into the politicking of the 2027
That's
season. And today is what, day 2 or day 3 of the third year of this first term in office.
He's delivering on his charge, isn't he?
He is.
He is some Wike.
He's definitely going to face Atiku in the way
With
he did
the band,
before.
by the way, if I just to say so myself, there were a major presence at the commissioning. But I do want to speak of the 90th birthday celebration of the publisher of Vanguard newspaper, Uncle Sam Amuka. Amuka, you were there.
Yeah, tributes flew as Sam Amuka marks 90th birthday in style. That's the headline.
Exactly.
And then the writers, Tinubu hails celebrant, describes him as man of all time. Mba Idris Shoyinka, This Day alumni, editors, others eulogize media icon. Absolutely, I was there last night.
Tell us about it.
It was fabulous.
Yes.
It was. The interesting thing is that Uncle Sam, the publisher of Vanguard and the co-founder of The Punch, those are the highlights. He's not a big fan of celebrations. And I think it was the CEO of Diamond Publications and Dame Awards, Lanre Idowu, who recalled in a beautiful article to say that 10 years ago and 20 years ago, when they planned a similar thing for his 80th, 10 years ago, and his 70th, of course, Uncle Sam took off. He was not interested in celebrations and things like that. But for his 90th yesterday, and we know that the man who gets things done was fully involved, the chairman of Arise and This Day Group. Uncle Sam was there in all his glory, and of course with one of his best friends, Akirogun Shegun Oshoba. It was a beautiful, beautiful evening. Enough to eat and drink, ceaseless, endless tributes. And of course, partying. Ebenezer Obey was there. What's the name of the Sugar Band was there. Several artists performing just to honor this man who has done very well for the Nigerian media. And a gathering of, it was like a fraternity of some sort. When you have a gathering of top journalists like that, you know that it is not in doubt who a journalist is or who a journalist should be. If you're looking for top journalists, top media executives in Nigeria, you will find them celebrating Amuka, Uncle Sam, yesterday.
National honors.
And he got a national honor, absolutely.
What a way to celebrate his birthday.
Story at top of the masthead we must take.
Exactly, at $78 per barrel, $78.50 per barrel. Oil price climbs above Nigeria's budget benchmark. Of course, Israel-Iran conflicts escalates, and JP Morgan sees $130 per barrel in worst-case scenario. What are we going to do about that, specifically for Nigeria and Nigerians?
Definitely. I think it's for Nigerians now, and probably for President Tinubu and his Minister of Budget, Bagudu, probably breathing a sigh of relief there that the oil has risen above the benchmark because, of course, it has been averaging way below the benchmark we set for our budget. However, you know, as we've seen now with Israel and Iran, it seems like it's just the beginning.
It looks like it's just the beginning.
Yes, our indicators now is that they have not actually been able to penetrate the bunker, the actual nuclear bunker in Natanz. The former Prime Minister of Israel, Barak, was, you know, on CNN saying that he believed that what they might be pushing for now is regime change.
Well, I mean, let's hope that common sense will prevail and that America will play a stronger and more, you know, mediatory role, you know, in all this. Otherwise, it will come back to the very funny post that you shared with us yesterday about, you know, about somebody when the Iranian military says everybody will feel it.
Everybody.
And the Nigerian responded in what format?
Shanu mi habibi.
Shanu mi habibi.
It will reach everyone.
Please, so we're not part of this game. We're not involved. You know. All right, that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching and do stay safe. I'm Steve Ayoride.
Well, thank you for sticking with us on this very rainy morning here in Lagos. I'm Adesua Giwa Osage.